See my light though? I was trying to fix that jump, but it won't click back in. Man, shit. Anyways, now I just wanted to show y'all something, right? I was watching Remedy H earlier. Again, let me start off by saying entertainment purposes only. This video is for entertainment purposes. Oh, you don't have to believe what I'm saying and do your own research. Anything I pretty much say will be there, especially like something I'm citing. But other than that, you just gotta get with me. Just feel me. But look though, I was watching Remedy 8 and he made like this little video, right? Called The Black Awakening. So there's a clip they was talking about super soldiers. So let me find it real quick. 'Cause this ties to some whole other shit that I've been saying since I've been blocked. Alright, boom. Yeah, so I've been blocked off this bitch. And they said it was for disinformation and copyright shit. When they could have just cut it out. Did it any other time with my other videos. Just cut it out. So it's like, fuck are y'all messing with me? So, alright, getting back to point. Damn, my room's nuts. I was looking for something. Alright, so I've been playing Call of Duty, right? And Call of Duty, in my eyes, is pretty much like some super ass soldiers. When you be online, you're like pretty much a super soldier now, right? You feel me? And I've been like trying to figure out savage. Come on, man. No, bro. They got some on Call of Duty, right? They be taking your soul pretty much. Like, say if you get a kill, they got like this little Halloween shit going on right now. And if you get a kill, right, you pretty much can take their soul if you can. It's like the tags they have when you get a kill. Like, I just started playing this stuff, trying to stay out the way sometimes. But like this shit, so pretty much the army. I mean, they be putting a lot in Call of Duty to pretty much show you what they be having and shit. It's just it was kind of weird to me, like these niggas wanted to make it to where you could take their soul and you add up souls and you get to buy, you get the money for it pretty much, you get to buy shit. So I'm like, the fuck, why y'all couldn't just make the little tags with little pumpkins or something if y'all want to do some Halloween something like. So it got me thinking, like, do they really be doing this shit? I don't know if any of y'all watching me play Call of Duty. I have a friend that play Call of Duty. Just ask him about it and ask him to show you or something. Shit's weird. Like, out of all things, y'all gonna put that on Call of Duty, bro. So I was even saying that last night when I was playing with my homie, and it's just weird that now somebody made a video. Well, I guess somebody did made a video, but for me to see, cause Remedy H is what I was subscribed to him. So it's like I'm see what he posts sometimes. So it's like, boom, I like little videos like this because I don't really be on TikTok. So look, so peep in. Ones, and they gonna feel this shit, and they gonna feel this shit, and they gonna fuck it up. You say fuck around and find out. So they're gonna want to attack the awakened ones. All right, y'all hear me? They're gonna want to attack the awakened ones. Like you said, let's replay that what she said. Let's replay that. Word. Council General who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the many people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black men in the United States. But don't worry, they got some black leaders on the payroll. And they just follow the younger generation of the you know what I don't like? You see that right there? It says celebrate Israel. Israel was Jacob and Jacob is Yaqub and Yaqub is Satan. So it pretty much is saying celebrate Satan. So the energy is about to shift on this planet. I've been telling y'all. We in the middle of the timeline, and the timeline is 3693, which is 3000, or you could say 3693, just like you say 2020. But really, they just say 2020 like it's a time, like it's a clock, military time. Feel me? Some military shit. Okay, all this is a scam. Because really, the Americas is the East due to degrees. Um, even the Pacific of the Cali is 144 degrees. Okay, and if you put it on a, a 360, like northwest, east, and south, if you put that in degrees on the grid, like if you was to make your home, you draw a circle, draw a cross in it, draw north, west, east, and south. Okay, just draw it and count by 90. Okay, so the 3 is a 90, the 6 is a 180, the west is a 270, and north is 360. Okay, so you got your 9, your 18, your 27, your 36. Okay, dealing with 9. 144 will be on the right, which is the east, which is before 180. But on the map, they show it as the west. Okay, so tying to this shit, who is the ones that's been trying to take over um the name at the highest rate? Them at a higher rate. Okay, all of them is about to do the eugenics because that's the way they have to survive. But then there's also a group of you that are like not them, but majority you are. But the thing is, where you at in the heart space? Because it's gonna, that's when it's gonna have to come to you to choose a side. Feel me? Not be on some sneaky subconscious shit. Feel me? That's sneaky conscious is like some predator versus prey, scheming, especially if you could talk a certain language. But it goes right back to this bit. Now these dudes and shit, these Israel, but these niggas is still tied to Russia and family with the Russians. Okay, they're family with the Russians, all of them, just the whole family. If you remember the Western Empire story, it tells you from the West, the family went with the East too. Some of them stayed in the West and some of them went to the East. As each empire went, some of them went. Okay, so it's always been the same family tied to this whole circle of bullshit. With the Georges being an even bigger triangle that's really connecting the land, the colony. You got your North Georgia, South Georgia, and you got your East Georgia. Well, you got a Georgia and a New Land, Georgia and a Mulan, or two Georgias and a Mulan. Because South America, which is just real, that shit, South America, yeah, North America has a Georgia. And then around where all this shit been going on with these wars from Russia down to Iran and Israel and shit, this shit in China ties to another George landmass. I mean colonization. Ties back to George Washington, back to the beginning. Okay? But that showing celebrate Satan, especially the children pretty much. Okay? You don't have to be like that's your God, that's how you be doing that shit. You ain't right, and we all in the same boat still. It's just at the end of the day, we're here for a purpose. You don't have to be a program. Okay? But back to these super soldiers. Remember, Call of Duty, pretty much super soldiers, mercenaries. They got some shit where they taking niggas souls. So let's get back on this video that corresponds. Because why would you put that in a video game for Halloween when you could have just used like some pumpkin things? You already got like pumpkin stickers and shit like that. That's cool. Like you didn't have to. You could have made a pumpkin dude that you can run around with. Maybe shoot pumpkin bullets or something. You feel me? Like y'all went to taking souls, bro. Like that's OD. So y'all must really be doing that shit. Cause off of this video that's playing, because they operate in the way we supposed to be when it comes to operating. Which is most likely being slave in any case. It's the karma. Alright, bet. It's about to come up. The part I was talking about.
about the day of the Lord, the Parousia. That day will not occur until the apocalypse of the Antichrist and the apostasy of the word rebellion or revolt. That's all really defined in the prophecy of the red horse. But here's where the term came from and why I used it purposely. When I started dealing with rich and abused individuals, then we dealt with military oriented, highly trained, programmed shooters, assassins inside of them. When we need to deal with them, I dealt with someone from Fort Bragg for quite a while and a few others who were sitting in a lake, Pontiac Lake. They reached over and looked over my shirt to see if I was wired. I was wiring, recording them. And they were the most sophisticated satanic warrior type person. They knew 5, 6 languages. They knew the ancient Twilight languages. They knew how to conjure. They knew how to use Belteshazzar, Oblong, all these old Pictish languages of the Druids to summon. They are the real Luciferians. They've been through many human sacrificial things. So they sat there to tell me some of those things, what they've been involved with, how they sacrificed the human. I listened to all the stuff from them. And then they said to me, "You have no idea, Russ, how many of us there are out there. How many satanic chosen, they use the term, chosen ones. Uh, you have no idea how many. You have no idea what's coming. Um, we smell Christian blood. We, we are waiting for our day. And when the call is given, millions of us will be released." And they looked at me and said, "You believe in revivals and you believe in Pentecost and the power of God. You believe in all that. We believe in the Black Awakening, a multi-continental release of power to activate the program Demonize, where they weaponize the demonic powers, these super soldiers. Are they waiting for a specific time to accomplish their power? Yeah, they are, because they have to do it at the moment in the crisis. Like if you read in Second Thessalonians 2, that it's constant echo, the restrainer is holding back the apocalypse of the Antichrist, the unveiling in his movement. So right now he's held restrained. As soon as the he who restrains is removed, as soon as that occurs, we have white
Hmm,
horse,
also
the
got with it.
release of the Antichrist. Instantly, we have the release of the red. It's considered the whole earth. The rain in peace is taken to the whole earth, and all of a sudden, it doesn't give the details, but all of a sudden, on a global scale, people are released to begin to, the Greek word is slaughter, begin to slaughter people. It's used as an animal ritual butchery, to begin to slaughter individuals. That's exactly how they defined it to me back in the 90s. And we've heard this again and again and again. So that scenario fits the Masonic version of Chaos Before New Order. It fits Father Maragon, the Computer of the Black Code, his book, The Devil's Bible. It fits that scenario too. So some of the oldest, darkest occultists, the idea of chaos first, a collapsing of everything so that a new order can rise, that's all by design. And we've been given a heads up in prophecy that all prophecy has boots on the ground. It'll all eventually happen. So I do believe that millions and millions of these trained, programmed, altered, demonized super soldiers, whether we want to say it or not, they believe they're being raised to help bring the Antichrist in. When I was in England just a few months ago, their top guy that deals with SRA, Wilfred Wong, 25 years. Okay, you got to remember, we are the Christ. He said they got to bring the Antichrist in. He talk about things gonna have to collapse. He said the red horse. And they talked about the red horse. That's the awakening of our people. All right. Remember, the apocalypse means to reveal. He said the apocalypse literally is the unveiling. Okay. So they have these soldiers waiting because they know that there's a day, the day is coming, where we are going to awaken all of the powers that are within us are going to awaken, and there's going to be a slaughtering. There's going to be a slaughtering. And this is the day we talked about that. Talked about that some years ago. Our realm will have never tasted of so much blood of these these non-indigenous beings that she will take to that day. They will be exploited. And so they have these super soldiers already ready. But guess what? They will never be able to face or never be able to defeat the force that's within us. All right, guys. We're going to continue this a little later. I got to go. All right. But the awakening is real. The awakening is real. And because we have awakened the original beings, because we have awakened, it's causing a crippling effect in the entire system, their bodies, their minds, their useless ass spirits, their soulless bodies, the system, everything is crumbling because our awakening has literally caused this entire system to collapse. So let's go even stronger with y'all. All right, let's go even stronger. My name is Sima Baturi Anu, Dark Angel. Sima Baturi Anu.
Mm, anything. Get your paperwork. Get your paperwork right. Remove the fear. And just understand. It's gonna be alright. You feel me? Cause really, like I was saying in the other video, October 27th is like one of the cherubim animals, like the lion did. So we're pretty much going through that right now. Because the reality is July. It's just what energy are they trying to match to the time thing? I feel like it's trying to fall. Okay, the season of fall that they created, the fall season. 'Cause it's tied to autumn, which kind of sounds like autumn. It sounds like Adam. You feel me? Um, and knowing what the energy is going to do to the atoms in the air, and when it does that to the air, it does it to you too, and that's dealing with a charge. A little sample of it happened in April, and maybe a little sample happened July 27th. But it deals with one, two deals with magnetism, and two deals with more of an electrical charge. There. So what we're experiencing now is the October 27th one, but in my eyes it's still July 27th. So if they were to come, because it's really this hertz that's supposed to hit. They're going off of frequency. That's what they're waiting for. It's tied to the hertz scale, right? And this hertz, right? This frequency is going to be past the hertz that we're in, or like that we're stuck in. You feel me? So, cause it still kind of has that old dead energy living around. So it's like, say the years is a hertz scale. We're at 2023. We're in the middle ages right now. Okay, because we're in the middle of the timeline. Okay, we have 3 more years to the timeline. 369 is over with. We're going to go into a higher state, dealing with the four, the rebirth of the nine. Okay, that's the ending of the 12 years, which ties to like 2029. So it kind of matches what it does matches what Dr. York said, because I've been saying this before I even watched the video, but when I watched it, it just gave me confirmation for me and somebody else in the same like frequency. So like, 'cause it's really new. I mean, it ain't new to me, but you feel me? You get what I'm saying? As an awakening type sense of it. So it's like, this shit definitely not new to me though. So that's what I'm saying. We've been here before. Everybody knows we've been here before. So I'm trying to tell you, we literally time traveling on like some energy transfer shit, some quantum type shit, like Mortal Kombat trans time travel. That's why you can still change the past and the future during the present state that you're in. Feel me? And that's what's going on right now. Okay? We're going back to the future. And so if 3,000 or 36, if 3693 was the end of the timeline, which is like around the time that you have like robots and all that type of shit. I give you about 3 years they're gonna be on that. Okay? Like 2 to 3 years they're gonna be on that. Because they gotta match the energy. Okay? Because it ties to the storyline that you're already in. But at the same time, if it's programmed to the matrix, you can always come back here. But the thing is, we need you to be on game. Because the thing is, if you're not, you get taken out. So, so this shit that's going on, we're in 2023 on a Hurt scale. It has four different animals, right? The four different animals of the cherubim to the wheel to the 360. So we're gonna say the wheel is like a 360, but the wheel has cycles within a cycle within a cycle within a cycle. It is all dealing with 369. And 369 is the study of your DNA, which is how the DNA of the universe works. Because if anything, the universe is our output to this body. We got inputs and outputs to this body. So look, DNA is part of your nervous system. So the thing is, we in 2023 from what the fuck we know. But being the 6 years since this dimension device in Antarctica most likely got activated. As you can you can see the backstory on Justice League dealing with Aquaman, the episode dealing with Aquaman. That's dealing with the DEA device, the double electro applicator thermal hydraulic. And to learn about deltas and different land masses, look at Austin Powers and Dr. Evil's basis. We always have them around the delta, dealing with the different states, volcanoes, underwater, all that shit. It's always gonna be their delta landmass, because that's where it denotes energy. That's the whole point of the shape. Okay, you don't always need wires and shit. You just need uh shapes that denotes energy. So it's like symbols on the ground and shit. Those are making shapes that creates a current. You feel me? Deals because the ground already dealing with a frequency, but you're like redirecting shit. You feel me? Just like a pipeline. So it's like getting back to point. We're in the middle of the 3693 timeline, right? The three is there because it's the rebirth of the nine. That's the 12. Okay. But the thing is, it's just a 6-9 cycle. The 33 represents the rebirth of the ether. Okay. Going into a higher state. So we're the the planet is on a fifth dimensional state right now. but it's dealing with a six-dimensional cycle. So dealing from the UV that's coming off, that's resonating with the DNA, and it's putting us to a memory that matches with the year on the timeline. But it's a Hertz scale. So the Hertz scale is a timeline. Okay, the Hertz scale is a timeline matching up with the years. Okay, it resonates with the DNA. Okay, so boom. So it's like it puts us in that time, like we're there already. Okay, that's why they manipulate around it to make the shit seem the same way. But when we're thinking, when we're asleep to who we are, we're not realizing what the fuck going on. But now it's awakening to people knowing what the fuck going on. And it's matching the soul memory to the right side of the brain, which becomes intuition and manifests into action. It's going to tie to certain awarenesses to your chakras. You always see on uh, videos, movies, person with superpowers always activate when they're angry or sad because somebody try to hurt somebody. So that being said, they try to hurt somebody, it kind of activate something like the madness and like the scaredness is really a awareness. Okay, that's why you can't be soul attachment wise. It can't be attached to fear because it blocks the activation in the root. Okay, because the thing is, it's going to happen, and you're not going to notice it happening. It's going to shift, man. And you're most likely going to be ready. Just don't be in fear. If anything, if you've been shown it before, it was just showing you that there's something about you that you need to look into. Other than that, you want to have to get ready for this shit because your third eye is actually it transmute infrared light, and this light's getting higher and higher and higher at a higher state. So dealing with certain gammas or nuclear type shit because the the atoms in the air are nuclear as it is, radioactive as it is, just like you. It's already like that, so this charge is going to go past the charge or the fake charge that's here now. Okay, we're in a six-dimensional. We're going into a six-dimensional state, and we're about to be dealing with the seven-dimensional energy. And the thing I always say is, when the six settle, seven, eight, nine open, meaning the skies above, dealing with the seven thunders and the seven sisters and stuff. And then three, two, one opens below because it's a four, five, six thing. It's like a chamber unlocked. Okay. And when these chambers unlock on the ground in the air, what do you think is doing to your body? It's locking it on a physical state. The frequency is coming back to where it was. This is only dealing with the six ethers. So our activation is going to be launched through a lot of animal DNA that's tied. It might be a slaughter because something's going to get activated into them where they just want to chew shit like that ass. Like, when you're cold and you can get your teeth to start shivering like the movies you get, That's how it's gonna be. They're gonna want to eat shit for real, bro. They're going off the frequency too. A Unix system that matches up to the universal system, your DNA system. So it could be on the same time as you on. Feel me? It might be like 2 minutes before the thing is. I'm just trying to see, cause I know the thing is, were they planning to do that shit in July, or were they planning on? They were planning on shutting the banks down in July, weren't they? So when they would do that shit before the end of this month. Don't go off that. I can't remember what they was trying to do down July and April. I mean July and September. Cause that's, I mean July and August. That's what we dealing with right now, pretty much. What they was trying to do then. It's just I don't want y'all to like, cause it gets tricky with that. Cause the hurt supposed to hit um the 2060 hertz kind of match up to the time they're saying they want to release it. Cause they was supposed to release it in the year 2060 already, or 2070. But now they're trying to release it this month, next month, which is like an EBS. And that's the thing. When that happens, they're coming. But I have some gematria somewhere, and it gave me dates, and it kind of deals with October going into November. We have a emergency route and all types of shit. Like, shit about to get real, bro. It's just, can you stay down with your soul through this process? Or you gonna fold? For some, I realized just because I needed some money, I could have went backwards. Well, I kind of did, and forgot about what I'm trying to do. I mean, I can easily just boom, but since then they've been attacking me, and I know it's something way bigger going on across the globe, that we're actually dealing with another species. But when they see a chosen one, they know they can't fuck with you. So it seems like they're helping, but at the end of the day, they're trying to get you still tied. It's just they're still scared because most of them know they're tied to something that they can't really talk about. So if they accidentally pulled you over, they might give you a chance to do so. These niggas crooked as hell, though. Just know that. But we still got some on the inside. Shit, so I would say good enough for 3 months. Really, I'm gonna say six. You really need to be fasting while you even stopping. Because if you can be in a state to where you barely need food, you need to rejuvenate your body, get it used to it first. Because not, you just gonna be like dried out. But once you get through it, you'll be alright. It's just gonna be rough on you. Yeah, that's all I want to say. They sus with the little soul taking, and they training super soldiers to be on that shit that we naturally on. So shit's about to get very interesting. Shit's not a shit's not a joke. Either. I be saying conspiracies and shit. This shit's not a joke. Like I don't really be trying to say too much, but like I know there's a reason I know this shit started 2017. And I feel like I even been attacked by one of these super soldiers before. Still blood on my wall. Feel. But thing is, I was straight though. And my dad walked in, interrupted, I guess. But it was some whole weird shit going on, bro. But one thing is, I felt like I won. Like, I felt like I won, bro. And there was nothing they could stop. Cause I was already going through my little awakening, and it was like I got attacked, but I came back to my body and peeped the attack. Cause I don't know if they tried some shit, but they didn't know I was like one of them. I didn't even know I was one of them. It was like I got warned, like hella shit. Cause I understand the Enoch story, cause the same shit happened to him. Like he went up, but he knew himself. So at the fifth heaven, he told him what was good. He was like, "Why would I say something that's not of me?" He didn't say them words, but the thee and the thou, that shit. If you translate it to what it supposed to say, then you should reread it again that way, so you can see what he was really saying. He was pretty much saying, "You not my God," type shit. So pretty much he passed that gate, but it skipped the six and went to the seven and higher, which is like above ascension. Because the hertz, remember, fifth, the fifth deal is it deals with a higher hertz that's over the head, over the crown state, like it's like higher chakra. But like that was the frequency being omitted on the planet. 4D was on the planet, which was at 144 hertz or higher. I mean, 1,440 hertz. It's pretty much the same thing, different instruments, but which makes different algorithms. Pretty much dealing with the same shit though. But it ties right back to that because that deals with the brain activation and even go into the higher realm. Frequency was hidden, so the fifth was denoted, but it wasn't settled like it is now. So it gave you the energy to even go higher if you was tapping into the solar energy that was being emitted on the planet. So it was like that taking you in a higher state where we're dealing with higher energies now, dealing with the sixth ether while the fifth is omitted. So pretty much a lot of your dreams and shit came from what you're supposed to see during the sixth. Okay, so a lot of apocalypse, a lot of the other shit. It's supposed to be a 360 cycle, but the thing is, New Year's is actually in April, so the sixth ends in April in the cycle. It's a 3, 6, 9, 12 or 3, 6, 9, 3 thing. So you got four different animals, four different quarters of the time it's supposed to hit. So we're gonna say four different quarters for four different parts of the grid. Corners. Four different corners of the grid. Dealing with a cube, it's a 4, 5, 6 thing on I guess a 2D scale. So I'm gonna say well, not my scale, but how I'm trying to fit. So like the thing is, we are in this. This is the 10th month, which is still a one. So it's a part of the rebirth, supposed to be. For every gate that opens, for every quarter, it's a rebirth. Because a three comes together, that's a rebirth and starts the one, two, three all over again. But you get the four, five, six after the three. So that kind of ties back to Gemini on the horoscope with, but I only mention Gemini because if you look at the symbol, it's actually showing two parallels that's connected above and below. So in my eyes, the parallel matches up with the grid. When the poles shift, the parallel kind of swing over. So the six, the four, five, six, 4D, 5D, 6D, 6D settle. That's when above and below opens. It connects above and below. Like on a as a settled thing. That's when they enter this realm, some shit like that type shit. So that's what I'm saying. Shit like weird. So the thing I'm saying about Enoch's story, I realized he skipped the fifth, went up higher because the Gregorites is tied to the Gregorian time and it's bullshit. Most likely the military then and some more shit. Like really supposed to be dead. You feel me? They try to summon me though. Cause I've been thinking to myself like who like the fuck? Cause I that I remember I was like I went to a spaceship type shit and I came back down and it's like I was like flying back down. I saw the top of the building that I was staying in. Like I never climbed to the top. It was like three, four stories. You feel me? I never seen the top of that bit like on a face to face type shit. I never seen the top of it. And I came through the wall. It came back to my body. I remember I had a labradorite under my like on my chest. I had a labradorite, and when I woke up, I mean when I came back to my body, I instantly woke up. But it was like I flew back to my body type shit. Like it was me type shit. Feel me? When I came, it was like an out of body experience. It was like I remember actually being outside flying. Like some real nigga shit. And I phased through the wall pretty much. My room was dark as fuck. Low key kind of remembering that at first, even better. So like I came into my body, boom. Instantly I know something. What the fuck? And then got ended up fighting somebody. Like this nigga was strong as hell though. You feel me? Like this when I tell you this nigga was strong as hell, my nigga, this nigga was strong as hell, bro. But I was taking him on and shit, right? And I remember fucking I like did some body shit. Like I was in the air type shit. You feel me? I got down, yeah, but he tried to swing. He swung me into the damn. It's like he swung me into the wall. 'Cause he swung me on the ground the first time, but I was holding on to him, so he came down with me. And then it's like he was on the other side of him. Like we was just got down fighting like Dragon Ball Z type shit, nigga. Like that's why this shit happened so fast. But I know for sure I was fighting somebody, bro. Goddamn, if anything, my dad saved me because he was banging on the door like, who in here? Who in? And he bust the door open, turned the light on, and I was just sitting on my bed like, the fuck just happened? So it was like, mm-hmm. So it was like, I don't know, it is a little attack going on. And man tried to shoot you up and everything. But I was faster, all types of shit. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I passed it through the whole year. Before that shit happened, it was boom. But I think the thing is, you can go up and give your soul away unless you know thyself. So I'm saying I need to watch that shit, trying to do something. You feel me? I wasn't trying to do something. It was everything happened in divine timing and it saved me. Nigga, I would have got the Kukarachi, you feel me? Too. Just like my family did. But right now, bro, and it was around that time, around that this Lionsgate toilet type shit. Feel me? I remember going up into a whole nother room with bright gold everywhere. Feel me? And I'm talking to somebody. I never even pissing them off too. And I ain't pissing them off because they showed me some airbender shit. And it was like, you could do this. But I was like going against him type shit. But when I got blew out the door and it came right back to my body type shit. And then I started practicing on my airbender. But it was still a little doubtful type thing. The thing is, you have to believe. Just like Morpheus told Neo, like when you say that shit to yourself, it kind of like activates the energy within you. So it's kind of stronger than saying it out loud, even though saying it out loud would create a higher vibration. Because whatever you put out comes right back in. So that's kind of deals with Goku. Ah, ah, ah. That was science. You feel me? It's part of you. That's just how you work the ethers. Working with your chi. And the ethers work with your intent. You feel me? You can play these guys. But I think they heard the public notice of I don't need none of y'all trying to do some bullshit. And my shit, y'all operating within the body, being a parasite, you can't be doing that. That's against law. So put a public notice out to let them know that we notice what y'all doing. You can't do that. You feel me? He's been doing that, and that's why you have to suffer consequences. But if you don't want to suffer any more consequences that you notice to come, because you are definitely being watched, might as well just chill out. I mean like shit. Y'all can make a little area, y'all can just be cold and shit. But really, it's about to be, we ain't even got time for that shit. You feel me? 'Cause at the end of the day, you just gonna be like, let's make the whole world cold. What they're trying to do, but we getting too close to the sun now. You feel me? That shit, if it's not one of the devices, nigga, that's a whole planet type, spaceship type shit. Just like the wheel is pretty much a mothership, mother, mothership. Feel me?